has withheld that information. And I'm not real happy that DSS's best decision, although my daughter's never missed 2 weeks of school straight. My daughter's never missed a psychiatric therapy appointment. My daughter's never missed any appointment. My daughter's never, by me or anyone in my family, been allowed to hold her for 3 hours in the cold and rain, putting bruises on her and then it covered up. Deputies conspiring at the hospital to hide it for 3 hours, and her crying in the back of that car in a fetal freaking position. She sat back there, and it's 3 hours later before she gets there, because if they'd have took her straight there and then, it would have been known that that was caused by them. So they wait 3 hours to come up with some phony bullshit IVC stuff. She was denied any medical or psychological help, and her crying out for it with this man for 3 hours. And then in here I also have forged documents where Evelyn Strickland and others signed my daughter's name. On top of that, she hadn't been able to see Brandy, and she needs to see Brandy immediately. And my feeling is this: she was kept from school for 2 weeks for a reason. She was kept away from talking to me, but allowed to talk to the spawn of Charles freaking Manson that tried to destroy her. Allowed to talk to the daughter. You got Teresa and Desiree in a camper in the backyard, and for 4 years my daughter was tortured in that camper. DSS was notified by Cape Fear Valley on the night of 12/21/2012. Did in fact do an investigation, found it to be exactly that, and it's all documented, and the judge and DSS of Sampson County's best decision and best judgment is to allow those two people contact, but denied me, my retired Marine son, and my brother. And then she's denied 2 weeks of education because of DSS, and she's denied any right to talk to me until, I don't know how long now, over 2 months. And she can't talk to the therapist that she's always talked to, and you have willfully lied to me about them 2 psychological things, and that son of a bitch out yonder took her twice and ended up taking it. These are brutal, awful, intimidating, embarrassing examinations. And Chris Goblin took her to the one last year because of the rape. He ain't done nothing. And luckily, she goes the second time Smith decides to take her and lie. She gets the same psychiatrist who loves me to death and her, and said that Cheyenne wouldn't even be alive right now if she wasn't strong, if it wasn't for me. And he's sitting out there taking his time on some investigative assessment that's been the other day done. And I'd like to know, in your personal opinion as foster care, do you think it's in the best interest of her to be in a place if a parent kept her from 2 weeks of school, kept her from needed medical and psychological therapy, held her in the car for 3 hours, then tortured her, had bruises on her, keeps her from the ones that she loved, and forces her in the hands of these people right here, and continues to do so? Yes or no?
Well, so you're asking me now?
Yeah, person, man to man.
Well, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions with you. But I know
I'm gonna film anything that happens.
Well,
if you say anything, I'm filming it, because I don't trust any one of you SOBs.
I don't want to. I'm not going to answer questions and be videotaped.
No.
I mean, I am more than happy.
Then I'll let you tell me what you see this all ending up as and what you see here then. Just give me your opinion there.
I mean, I'll tell you, as far as my conversations with your daughter, my meeting your daughter, and my conversations with you up to this point, I've not had any issues or problems trying to work with you. And
that's not the issue. I'm a good guy that anybody can work with. I've done business with people that are pure evil, no good SOBs, but that shows on my part my ability. But that does not yet answer the question: is it in her best interest to be where she's at now versus never have missed one of, let's just say, 74 different appointments at all?
Well, if Miss Loretta wants to continue to videotape,
Cut it off.